Okay. Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, you guys and gals, and welcome to the grand finale of CorpoCar Season 5. The championship trail concludes for this first half of 2024 with the last 3 rounds of the World Series. We're going to be at Curitiba, Kansas, and Road Atlanta. After those 3 races, we'll decide who will get the $5 Streamlabs donation or YouTube Super Chat or whatever, and perhaps a gold star if the top driver overall is not a Phase Connect member, since it's their last season, their last hurrah in CorpoCar before their own Phase Car series begins next month. So look at the points as they stand. V-Dere's Kirispica is on top of the points standings, 422. Very nice performances these last 5 races. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of the 7 last 6 of the 7 most recent races had Spica finishing at least 11th or higher, 30 or more points. Very consistent results these last few streams. Nicky Ray, who took 2 big wins back-to-back at Adelaide and Talladega, is second with 399 points, 23 behind Spica. Season 3 champion Fuyo of Idol, also of Idol, 393, 6 behind Nicky. The leading Phase Connect driver Ember is 4th with 331, 91 behind Spica. And Yurikago Kokone of VNU is 5th, 1 point behind Ember. Now the names in bold are within 202 points of each other. Remember, a race win and pole is 101 points. That's the maximum amount of points you can get from a round, winning from pole. The drivers, both in bold and underlined, are within 101 points of each other. That's the top 5 right there, all within 92 of each other. Just wanted to let you know about that. Bottom half of the standings, you'll notice some of these names are struck out, and you'll probably know what it means when their names are already struck out this late in the series. Yeah, they're over what? Yeah, that's right, kids. They're over 303 points away from the race leaders, so they can't win a championship. But you gotta feel for Amano Gawashina. Had pole at New Hampshire, was leading for the first half of the race, then it all fell apart. And so she still remains dead last in points. Who's gonna lock in? We're gonna find out 3 rounds from now. We're looking for a really exciting conclusion to the 5th CorpoCar season, so let's get straight to the game. Alright, we are going to visit Autodromo Internacional de Curitiba for the first time in the VTRP. Unfortunately, it closed down 2 years ago, January 12th, 2022. But this track is in rFactor, and I'm sure it's in other racing sims. We're going to be racing here for the first time. This 3.707 kilometer, 2.304 mile full circuit layout, 11 turns. And this is round 13 of 15 here. So let's make the travel to Brazil at the Curitiba Grand Prix circuit. Load! Anyway, I'm all winded out. I woke up with a headache this morning. Just dealing with a headache and lack of sleep. So sorry if I'm not 100%. And okay, I was worried that the program may have crashed before we can get to the track preview. But we're live. We're gonna try to get through this track preview with Roa Arctos, me and you. Really long straightaway, of course. Alright, you go along the first couple turns. Actually, 4 quick turns, right then and there. Before we go along there. In the shorter national layout, you bypass this intersection, but here you gotta go inside the section, turn 5, and then turn 6, and then 7, 8, and 9, really quick. A tight intersection. Nice full grandstands for this 13th round. Going into turns 10 and 11. One more turn, turn 12, and then you'll have reached the start-finish line. Alright, we need a grid of 36 drivers will qualify for this round. Roa did make it in. Remy did not. Momo missed a cut. Oh, Maeve didn't make it in. Updates for the Formula Holo liveries. Done with the Holo Row and Gamers. Good. And Area 15. Awesome. Looks like Red Rock from Gran Turismo 2. Interesting observation. No Maeve, unfortunately. Rooney just barely made the cut for this round. Fuyo will begin in the front row. That's certainly big for one of the front runners in the championship. But it's Shisui Michelu of the first phase Connect Gen, starting off at pole. Sharzu and Spica. Spica starting off row 2, the points leader, starting off in 4th. Juna and Mero will begin in the next row. And then we have Pippa, Kaya, and Chiaki. Lottie, Roa, and Clara. Tenma, Roka, and Leah. Suri, Sheena, and Spectra. Henko, DK, and Kokone. Koni, Raki, and Serenity. Ember, Nova, and Miuna. Maria, Loki, and Miyu. Amoria, Nikki, and Kohaku. And finally, Mozu, Iori, and Rooney. That's everyone gridded up for this 21-minute spectacle. Round 13 at Curitiba. Let's let everyone know we're about to begin this round. Verification not required. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's have fun. Is the volume loud or whatever? Let's get to the racing. Michu is at pole. Here come the red lights. Soon they'll turn green, and we'll begin round 13 here at Curitiba. Let's go. On to the first 4 turns. Most everyone barely made it through okay. I did a test race this morning here, and the starts wasn't as clean. Here it looks fine. Fuyo trying to charge after Michiru. Everyone seems to be doing okay so far. And it's a good start by the soon outgoing Michiru. She and the rest of Face Connect. Michiru, Fuyo, and Sharzu, you top 3 after 1 lap. Careful about the slippy and slidey, especially on these turns. No pit lane stoppages by anyone. As I'm still seeing the YouTube not enough video error. I'm seeing green lights, all 4 green on OBS, so we're just gonna see what the hell happens here. Everyone trying to drive clean. And no change to the top 3. Kai Nishikino is 4th and Namero is 5th. Now we have a driver in pit lane, Clara. Unfortunately. Others are still out. Oh, careful, Rooney. Some pushing and shoving with these drivers. Michiru was close to winning the East Series back in April. Yeah, there was a split between the JP members of Face Connect who competed in CorpoCar East and the rest in West. As a couple more, we'll have to stop in pit lane. Clara way behind, just getting out now. Miyuna and Nova also out. Oh, bloopers involving Nikki, Ray, and Rooney Roos. Rooney no front wing. And Nikki superficial damage, which luckily didn't seem to involve her front or rear wings, so I guess she'll be staying out for a bit. Lap will be barely a minute long, barely over a minute long. Le Mans telecast just ended. Ferrari won overall. Gasp, shock, and awe. But we have a driver in the IndyCar program winning Le Mans. Nolan Siegel in the United Autosports team winning LMP2 classification. That is amazing stuff, from just barely missing out on racing in the Indy 500 to winning for his team at Le Mans in the LMP2 class. What a successful weekend for the 19-year-old driver. I think it's Ferrari's second consecutive Le Mans overall title, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, pretty good performance by Ferrari. Toyota, oh so close. It's still a grand effort by the team. Kokone trying to avoid previous race winner's curse. Amoria still trying to remain in the hunt for the title. Fuyo still doing very well. Spica not too shabby either. Well, Nikki is struggling. In 30th. Track here in Curitiba could be a bit slippery, especially on the first 4 turns. But drivers seem to have managed this situation with little to no issue. I said manage the situation with little to no issue. 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 As I was saying, most everyone has been doing fine, managing the slightly not so much grippy track. And so the top 3 still remain how they are. Top 3, top 4, I guess. Spica improving to 5th. as we see a few names in pit lane. Kaya, well, basically did her best to manage the situation with the slightly slippery first 4 turns in the track. And she's rewarded with a breather in pit lane. If we can call it a reward, I don't know. So, meanwhile, we're going to complete soon the first 10 minutes of this race. Fuyo and Kirispica still trying to dominate. As for Chiaki, she is doing pretty well in 10th. Ichiru has led throughout the first half of the race. 1.6 second lead currently over the Idol EN member. No DNFs as of yet. Nikki has improved a handful of spots, but is still lagging behind. Others still in a championship situation. Very careful there. Careful, careful, careful. Okay. Mitru first, Fuyo second, Charzu third, Mero fourth, Gasp, Shock, Kirispica fifth. Very surprising. We are taking a bit of a while in pit lane. Remember, one small mistake may balloon into a bigger calamity for most everyone and shake things up in the race. No such bloopers here, though. But Charzu has passed Fuyo to go up to P2. A slight blooper by Fuyo in the first 4 turns, and the Kawaii member has taken advantage of that to improve a spot. And now Michu has reached traffic. Hopefully doesn't get hindered here. Michu hoping to sidestep one of the cars lapped down, as we'll soon to reach the 2/3 mark of this race. headache I've had this morning. Hopefully, starting to clear up as I discuss matters in this race and other series. Sharzu was on the move, very close behind. Fuyo is faster though, here in the front stretch. Sharzu rubber bands back to where she was. Very close right there. Michiru able to go past Leah. Fuyo hoping to get back to second with not much time left in this race. We've completed 14 laps so far. This is lap 15. And Michiru has started to improve her standing. Fuyo again couldn't quite complete the overtake. Oh, risky right there, and that is bad. So she drops to fourth. Kirispica now in the top three. The points leader and third in the points are in the top five here, while Nikki is mid. Little under 4.5 minutes left as Michiru still continues to lead. Last 4 minutes. Michiru with a big lead now, 3.9. Kirispica and Fuyo being hindered by that lapped car of Leah. Leah the same gen as Michiru. Sharzu sidesteps Leah and goes ahead of her. Now she can try to go for the chase after the Face Connect member. Spica waiting for her opportunity. Ditto Fuyo. Two and a half minutes left. I think we will have enough time for 2 more laps. Two or three. Sharzu's still too far away from the phase member. Well, Michu starts to get hindered by Kokone potentially, but still far ahead of Charlotte Suzu. We will have 2 laps, actually. We'll have 2 laps to go. Because that was a 101 and a mistake by Michu! Oh, man. Sharzu, oh, spins, gets slammed by Leah, drops to 4th. Mitru, lucky ducky here. As Spica and Fuyo are front and back with each other, hoping to improve positioning, maybe. And here comes Michulu with the white flag being waved. 1 to go. It's Michulu, Spica, and Fuyo approaching this difficult section for the last time in this race. No problem for Michulu. These drivers, all hunky-dory. And Michulu is going to be too far ahead, 5.5 seconds. Basically a clean remaining lap for her, and she'll be a lock to win it. On to the last turn. And that is the race for Shisui Michulu. She is your winner here in Curitiba. Spica takes second, and of all the drivers, Pipkin Pippa, a surprise third. A double podium for the first gen of Base Connect. Wow. Fuyo somehow managed to drop it to 5th. Spica, I believe, will remain in the points lead. Heading to Kansas next. Fuyo faltering at the end. Finishing only a 5th. Jeez Louise. But the race will belong to Shisui Michulu. 101 points for her. The big 101. And unlucky for Sharzu, busted engine late in the race. Oh, unfortunate for Leah and Ember, 35th and 36th. Oh, man. Already a craziness here as I write down the names. Double podium for Phase 01. Another podium for Kirispica. as I update the standings. Shisui Michu, that is her second CorpoCar win. Spica, already 3 podiums. Only 3 podiums? Yeah, 3 podiums. Another high finish for her. Anyway, I'll write down the names of the final grid. Much better this time around for Sheena with a 10th place finish, even though she's already out of a points contention. Nikki finishes mid. And Shazu almost had the lead, but will finish 24th. Only 23 drivers finishing in the lead lap. No points for Kokone either. Unlucky result for her. So a bit of a shake-up for everyone not named Kirispica in the points standings. Gotta make sure I open up the correct file. I don't know why I'm being given wrong standings. Having a bit of technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, as I try to figure out the points situation. Well, I have to rewrite the names. Juna, Sheena, Tony, Spectra, Raki, Serenity, Maria, Amoria, DK, Nikki, Miyu, Kohaku, Mazu, Iori, Loki, Sharzu, Clara, Nova, Suri, Roa, Penko, Miuna, Tenma, Runi, Kaya, Kokone, Leah, and Ember. This time, things are looking pretty good. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, so Kirispica has a 59-point advantage over Fuyo, 497 for Spica, 438 for Fuyo. Nikki's third with 415. Shaki fourth, 348, and Ember remains in fifth with 331. And a few more names will have to be out of contention for the championship, I guess. Let's see. Ooh, just the three drivers within 101 points of each other. And Kanagi Loki in 8th is exactly 200 points behind. So 8 drivers are still in contention. Only 8 drivers are still in contention for the championship. And we have a new bottom dweller in Roa Arctos with 89 points, 408 behind Kirispica. All right, that's going to do it here at Curitiba. Going to take a moment. To see what's downstairs, and then we will get to racing in Kansas Speedway for round 14. So stick around for just a moment. We'll be back for the next round. Kaboom sound. Okay, so to go here for round 14, the last of 5 oval races this month. We're going to Kansas Speedway. Some time. We're going to be racing 45 laps on this 1.5 mile tri-oval. Banking 17 to 20 degrees on the turns, front stretch 10 degrees, back stretch 5. And so let's go ahead and load. Ah, man. It's a long day here. Long morning. I think I might as well take a nap after the stream. I have a bit of a bite to eat for lunch and then take a nap because, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at the track with the points leader. We'll just show maybe one lap, just so we can get to the action already. Yeah, you just go around the back stretch and then go left and left and left again. We've been here a handful of times already in the VTRP. This is a new track for us. Quite a popular track for the VTubers. Alright. Let's set the grid for this race. We need 40 drivers. And we'll have to re-roll. That was a bit of, right there. Well, Maeve misses out on the cut. Koniko and Loki and Remy also miss out. So we won't get to see them in this last oval race of the month. Pole is for a V-Dere member, but not Kirispica. It's Mozu who has pole. Lottie will start off second. Clara has a second row start. And then Juna. Nikki and Pippa make up row 3. Then we have Mero, Chiaki, and Iori. Siu, Sheena, and Sharzu. Leah, Suri, and Nova. Kokone, Yuno, and Roka. Serenity, Ember, and Poco. Ooh, Speak is starting mid. Rin, Speaker, and DK. Amoria, Momo, and Roa. Penelope, Raki, and Kaya. Fuyo starting off 34th. Man. Spectra, Penko, and Miuna. Fuyo, Miu, and Rooney. And finally, Kohaku, Reina, Michu, and Tenma. Everyone is set to go for this 45-lap race. Putting the names. All right. We are set to go here. All right. Round 14 at Kansas. And the last oval race for Phase Connect members. Let's see how they fare here. the leading phase driver at the start of this race, Carmenere Clara in third. But it's the front row of Mozumi Pichi and Lottie Shinju to lead everyone to the green flag. Let's see how they all do here. We're set to go here at Kansas Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas. We'll take this last oval race of the season. Let's find out, starting now. Now expect pack racing not unlike the Chicagoland race at the beginning of the month. Nikki with a decent jump, but expect some musical chairs playing here. And also Clara Nikki after one, down to the last 44 laps of 45. Yep, 3 wide racing. Maybe 4. Gasp, shock, and awe. Cars bumping into each other, but nothing happening. Maro Miko to the front for Yume Plus, the only Yume Plus member in Worlds this month. As they go around and around and around. You know, Hanaki won on an oval in CorpoCar West. Let's see if she can get an oval win in Worlds. Actually, did Yuno win on an oval in the West? I'm pretty sure she did. I know Kokone won on an oval, and that was last Friday night at New Hampshire. And she moves up to second and might pass Mero for the lead. Well, not quite, because the cars on the inside are, well, what do you know? Kirispica is up to the front. Gasp, shock, awe. Spica hoping for a 3rd win of the month. What is up with her performance this month? I mean, she finished dead last in the very first Indy Lights series last year in July. Back when V-Dere were unofficially known as the Buddies, before they became a proper group in V-Dere. And here she is in the points lead overall and leading this race as a driver, or 3. Make that 2 going into pit lane. Panko and Pippa and Poco. So that is indeed 3 drivers in pit lane. More of a scattered design, but the first few cars are going conga line. You know, dropping a bit. Maybe trying to conserve on fuel as another driver. It's a stop in pit lane, and I'm sorry to report that's Amoria. So it's still very early on in the race. Gonna see how others are doing at the top of the standings. Uh-oh. Fuyo's down there in 26th. As for Nikki, she's outside of the points. As cars continue to push and shove each other, and lapped cars start to get in the way of things, Miyu Akamiya goes ahead. Right behind her is Ember, who has already won 2 races on ovals this month. 3 overall this season. Okay, Roka has moved up to second. And we have a bit of a goulash between lapped cars and lead cars. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on here. Miyu tried to go clear of lapped traffic, save for the next few drivers down. Now Roka is sort of side by side with Miyu of I believe Specialite. And Miyu on the outside, slowing down. Speaker on the inside, Roka on the outside. It's like they're playing musical chairs again. Well, geez Louise. Will it now be Ember doing the musical chairs fun? And I suppose she will. Hippo, don't even try! You're not on the lead lap! Same with you, Amoria! Four cars tried to invoke some chaos in the championship as Roka goes up to the lead with 29 to go. Seeing if there are any DNFs. Hardly. Now it's back to single file racing, but only for just a couple seconds. Some cars going side by side again. Roka, Ember, and Miyu. But Miyu on the outside. Outside drivers slowing down a bit. Jeez Louise, Speaker, you're trying way too hard there. Ember back in front. You tried to catch up to the phase invader. Also gotta watch out for Roka and Speaker though. Chaos seems to be lacking. There were a few crashes in the test race this morning. Base connected ovals, name a more iconic duo. Especially Ember, who won at Fontana in West, and Richmond and Ontario, and East. Single file for now, but things may change in a heartbeat. Well, that's certainly a heartbeat's duration of time. Spica back to the front with 24 laps to go. But Roca takes it right back. Takes the lead right back. Gotta watch out for Miu, though. Has the inside. Will be official after this. Having trouble here with a car in the way. Much better this time, back into the lead. This is now quite a few candidates for the race win here. Provided there's no chaos the rest of the way through. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try again. With a bitrate reduction by 500 to 6500. And during a crucial race, too. Where were we? I got keep an eye out more on OBS. Miu leading, followed by Roca. Roca speeding up and Miu slowing down. Roca regains the lead. Spica down to fourth. Wow, all instances of that sound came out at once. Alright, we're going to try 30 FPS and the rest of the way and see if I don't run into any issues here. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm going to try again here the rest of the way. We have Miu leading, Ember second, Roca third, and Spica way behind. They're running at 30 FPS for now. We'll just see what happens. So far, not much of a problem with 30 frames per second. Well, we're over 2/3 of the way through this race. And we've still got one more round to go. Fuyo, Ember, and Kirispica. Very close with each other. Ember going back to the front, hopefully. Me backing away. Kirispica to second. Roka back to the lead, actually. Kirispica up to the front. But Miyu takes it right back. It's still too close to call who's going to take it. It's been either Miyu, Kirispica, Ember, or Roka all throughout this race with you know, a distant fifth, and really distant. Up on almost 2 seconds behind fifth. Well, gasp, shock, and awe. Kirispica back in front. Oh, she's on the outside at the moment. Roka back to the lead. But so many overtakes here at Kansas. This track is full of action regardless of which series is running there, whether it be CorpoCar or IndyCar or previously Niji car on NR 2003. Ember back to the lead with 9 to go. But just as quickly, Roka takes the lead right back. Kirispica on the inside, but cut by Penko. I think everyone is getting tired of Kirispica's shenanigans. They'd be like, why is she here? Why is V-Dere in CorpoCar? Are they a legitimate corpo? Now there's even more cars that are in the way of things. Roka still leading. Roka, Kirispica, Ember. A few cars in the way. For Kirispica and the others. Well, just 2, but still. Penko gets out of the way, so that's 1 fewer obstacle for Kirispica to worry about. 6 to go. And now DK backs away. Ember trying to get close to Kirispica, but Kirispica cuts off Ember. Down to 5. 2 striped cars ahead of Spica. One of them being a lapsed car, though. Ah, man, Spica slowing down. And, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is the pit stop shuffle with the first few cars, and expect the rest to come in soon. Okay, Roka now coming in. Some still staying out. We may have a development late in the race. And here's a handful of more cars coming in, probably the rest of the field. And really late, 2 to go, are you kidding me? Charzu leading, Suri second. Nope, Tenma a second. And pit stop shuffle clearly screwing things up here. Charzu with the white flag. And now nothing makes sense anymore. Already been through a connection issue forcing me to drop settings, and then we're gonna have an unexpected race winner, maybe. Nope, Charzu's coming in. Nope, it's gonna be Ember taking victory. That is her 3rd win this month. Or no, maybe, I don't know. Shit, help me out here. Did Charzu win? Did Suri win? Did who the hell won? It's apparently Tenma Miami winning. So everything is confusing. The pit stop shuffle shuffling my mind. So Tenma inexplicably gets credited with a win. And of course it's a Phase Connect member winning the last oval race of the season and the last oval race for the agency. I mean, this round, I gotta tell you, it's just all, Charzu second and Suri third. So yeah, Ember finished 5th, and Spica 6th. So that was a weird race. So the title will have to be determined at Road Atlanta, I guess. Everybody get your whelps in the live chat. Get your whelps in the live chat. Because this race was certainly of a whelp. Oh my, Fuyo and Nikki finished mid to low. And Michu, I'm afraid, has the previous race winner's curse. So, come on, soundboard, work for me, baby. And I got no score for Amoria. Well, there goes her hopes are at the championship, I guess. Yeah, looks like a connection does seem to be holding. Encoding settings look all right with 30 frames per second. And where did Mazu finish? Right there, so give her a bonus point. And let's see. Amoria, Pippa, Penko, and Poco. So, the standings. It looks like Spica has all but locked up the championship. Barring an earthquake or someone dying on the approach. Kirispica 537, Fuyo 94 points behind at 443, and Nikki 113 behind Spica. So for Fuyo to win the championship, she must win and hope Spica finishes no higher than I don't know how many points. What would be the next highest result after? Yeah, should Spica finish 25th or worse and Fuyo win, then it's Fuyo's championship. Otherwise, it might as well be Spica's championship. All right, that's easy math. All right, so we're going to take a break for just a moment, and then we will get to racing in Road Atlanta for the final race of the season. Be right back in just a moment. All right then. One round left here. And we're going to be at Road Atlanta. Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, the final race of the month, final race of Season 5. And the usual 21 minutes. This track has 12 turns, including the famous S's between turns 3 and 5 and turn 12, a downhill diving turn. Annual host of the Petit Le Mans race, the 10-hour race in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Anyway, it's 2.540 miles, 4.088 kilometers, 12 turns, as I've always said. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Road Atlanta to wrap things up for the championship. So, Spica has the advantage of qualifying for this race no matter what. Yeah, Fuyo must win out, and Spica must finish too low for a chance at Fuyo to win the title. Well, we'll have a look at Nikki taking us on a preview of this track. A very nice racetrack. Popular road course for endurance racing and sports car racing. Turn 1 leading into turns 2, 3, and 4. Famous S's. Actually, those are the famous S's, but yeah, right there. And then you approach turn 6, and then almost immediately afterward, turn 7. This is turn 6. And turn 7. A long sprint. Turn 8 and turn 9. This is the fastest section of the track. And then 10A and 10B. And then 11 and 12, and then it's a downhill drop to the finish line. And that's lap at Road Atlanta. Alright, will Fuyo qualify for this race? We'll find out, and if Fuyo doesn't qualify, then that'll be the championship for Kirispica. Rid me. Okay, let's, so we, should have a race on hand. So, Mero, Iori, Ember, Ichiru, Siu, Maria, Aya, Miyu, Remy, and, that's basically it. Fuyo will start off 25th, though. And Spica 20th. So, a long ways for Fuyo to go. If she wants to get that miracle result. Miracle result. Pole will go to Yuno. Suri will start off 2nd, and then we have Amoria and Roa. Maven Mazu. Renalati and Rin. Penko, Nikki, and Miona. Serenity, Pippa, and Sharzu. Juna, DK, and Spectra. Raki, Kirispica, and Kohaku. Bruni, Chiaki, and Nova. Sheena, Fuyo, and Poco. Momo, Roka, and Clara. Kone, Leah, and Tenma. Kone, Loki, and Penelope. That's a good set. For this last race in the season, everyone is set to go here. And yes, this is indeed the last dance for Face Connect in CorpoCar. They already won the last oval race of the season, their last ever oval race before Face Car. But let's see what happens in round 15 of 15, the last race of CorpoCar Season 5. Who will win it, Kirispica or Fuyo? Let's find out. At pole for this 21-minute race. Round 15 at Road Atlanta is green. Very good start by As for Fuyo, she's trying as hard as she could to improve her few spots, hopefully. But Spica, oh man, what a series she's having. 2 wins in the second. Hanaki up in front. Followed by Amoria and Maeve. We're into the speedy section for the first time. Amoria, Maeve are indeed your top 3 after this first lap. But Spica finding herself in 19th. A finish higher than 25th for the V-Dere member will close out the championship either way, even if Fuyo somehow manages to win the race. And yep, she's trying way too hard here. Here comes Still doing pretty good here. Maeve a distant third behind her good buddy Amoria. A car already in pit lane in Penko. I think Penko is ready for base car next month. Another spot improvement for Kirispica. Or the situation Fuyo is in is like trying to overcome a 3-0 deficit in the NBA Finals. Or Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, both teams in the respective series that have been down 3-0 in the championship series have won Game 4 to both extend to Game 5, but to complete the reverse sweep, a very, very, very slim chance possible, but yeah. Yuno's too far ahead, and Kirispica is too far up for Fuyo's liking. This race isn't a mere formality. There's still positions for next year's World Series to worry about. The top 10 non-Base Connect members in the points standings will get direct entries into the World Series in December for Season 6. And agency winners that finish outside the top 10 will also advance to Worlds. And the rest will have to try again in either CorpoCar East or CorpoCar West in September and October. Less than 15 minutes ago, here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, still leading is Hanamazuki's Yuno Hanaki. A bit of a blooper approaching the S's. Amoria tried to get closer to Yuno. Kirispica trying to improve yet another spot. It's just single file racing. Drivers trying to vie for positions here. Anyway, who's one lap down? Still Penko. Everyone's still on the lead lap, though. Kirispica, the, I believe, Australian member of V-Dere, having the time of her life here. Certainly having a day, as you know, still leads. At this point, I don't even know if there's anything that Fuyo could do here. The racing has regressed to single-file choo-choo train racing. Okay, so I can take a moment to talk about future races. We're going to have streams in the next 3 consecutive Sunday mornings. We're going to be wrapping up the Formula Hollow World Championship. Rounds 15 and 16 will be taking place at Austin, Circuit of the Americas, and Mexico City, Circuito Hermanos Rodriguez. That's next Sunday the 23rd, and then June 30th, I think it's the 30th, we're going to be racing at Sao Paulo and Las Vegas. Las Vegas is going to be a night race. In fact, the last 3 races of the championship will all be night races. Championship will wrap up on July 7th with 2 races in the Middle East at the Losail Circuit in Qatar for round 19 and Yas Marina Circuit for the 20th and final round. Then we'll determine who will win that Rainbow Star. Anyway, we're well over the halfway point here. Still no changes to the standings. And Spica, after last we saw from her, she has improved another spot. Gasp. Shock. Ah. And Fuyo, though, has regressed a few spots. Remember, this race is still important for those who hope to finish as one of the top 10 non-Phase Connect drivers. The best drivers will get to compete in Worlds. Anyway, we have Phase Car for next month's main series, which will begin, I guess, either on the Friday night or Saturday morning after the conclusion of the FHWC. And then the last Sunday of July is the start of the VGTC. We have liveries due at the end of the month, I think. Still waiting to hear from many teams who have signed up to try and get the liveries done. And I've got grids for most of the tracks expanded and completed, just needing like 3 or 4 more tracks to be done, to be over with. Into lap 12. Still no change to the top drivers in the pack. These two certainly are. Good buddies with each other in B&U. Man, had Kirispica finished a couple spots higher in the Kansas race, she would have already won the championship before the start of this race. But yeah, Spica still too high up there. You know what's the next iconic track in the Middle East? Yep, Diriyah. Indeed. The Formula E track. And we do have that track in rFactor 1. As a couple of drivers are in pit lane. Well, just the one in Nova. I think she'll be back in Western East next year. Next season in September or October. September and October, I guess. Anyway, Indy Lights, IndyCar, third Indy Lights series, scheduled for early August. I'm considering expanding the field to 30 drivers for the 12-round series in Indy Lights from what's currently 24. May have to expand the grids for each race to 24 drivers as a result. Currently the field is 24 drivers with 20 car fields for each race. I don't know, we'll see what happens. And I don't know what's it all about for what's her name? Sayu Synchronicity, which corpo she'll be going to, if it's a proper corpo or if at all. I currently have her not in the roster for the 14th series. And I am indecisive of who to add in the series to replace her, as Maeve, I think, has jumped Amoria for the second spot. Four minutes left here. As Yuno has basically led throughout the entire race. Already got a CorpoCar West victory at Homestead, Miami. And now Yuno going for a win in Worlds. Oh yeah, I saw the tweets. Congrats to May for surpassing 100,000 YouTube subs. The first VNU member to reach that milestone. Just an adorable member of the agency. Anyway, Spica, looking forward to celebrating with a gold star. Mazu won the West Series. Has a bronze star. Even though it may look a bit gold, it should be a bronze star. Globy should be in for next season. Sox agency, we'll see what happens. V-Dere, I don't know. NOA talent. We'll see if that counts as a corpo. I think at least one driver in NOA talent is an IndyCar. I don't know. Couple more laps left in the race. And in the series championship. And surprise, surprise, Spica has jumped yet another spot. Fuyo has improved a spot, but I don't think anything even matters anymore. Here comes Yuno Hanaki going down the slope. Out to start finish. White flag is up. Final lap of this race and final lap of CorpoCar Season 5. Still a dominant performance here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta for the Hanamizuki Kawaii member, Yuno Hanaki. It's still Maeve and Amoria 2 and 3. Rena 4th and Rin Penrose is 5th. And I think Spica has improved yet another spot. I think that's all, folks. That's all she wrote. That'll be the final nail in the coffin for Kurio's hopes for a second gold star this month. You know, Hanaki, on to the last few turns. It's going to be a big race win, 101 points to close out the season. You know, Hanaki takes the checkered flag here at Road Atlanta. And it is official. V-Dere is a legitimate corpo coming down to the last few turns. Mozu and Spica and the rest of V-Dere are gonna celebrate a gold star for this Aussie member of the group. Kirispica is your CorpoCar Season 5 champion. There we go. Congrats to Spica. She has done it. 2 wins and a second place finish for her. First time a driver with 2 wins during the season wins the overall championship. GG indeed. Kirispica, your CorpoCar Season 5 champion. Was kind of rooting for Kokone, but congrats. Who would have thunk it? From dead last in Indy Lights first series to her first go in CorpoCar racing, and she tops the standings and will get that gold star. All right. Well, that's it. That's it here. write down the top three of this race. It's, Maeve, and Amoria. Second time this month that both Maeve and Amoria make the podium together. But pretty nice performance for Amoria and Maeve, and So, I'm gonna finalize the points for everyone. 101 for Tenma barely avoids previous race winner's curse. Let's see, where was I? Rocky, Juna, Fuyo, DK, Kokone, Serenity, Tenma, Penelope, Tony, Loki, Roka, Kohaku, Sheena, Poco, Leah, Nova, Momo, and Penko. That's all 36 cars in. The worst was 2 laps down. No one crashed out. And that's 36 drivers in. 101 for Hanaki. And that is basically it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need an agency winner. We need agency winners. Otherwise, I need to check something. As I gotta highlight this car and update things. There we go. Who else is in the world besides Fuyo, Nova, Ko, and Mero? Fuyo, Nova, Ko, and Mero. Uh, with her win, wins the Hawaii classification, and we'll move on to Worlds next season. Oh yeah, I need to go back to highlighting the speaker. I forgot I have a graphic there. Nikki Ray wins the Idol Corp classification. Chiaki wins Pixel. Well, we know that Nova wins the V-Reverie Season 5 CorpoCar title by default, despite finishing 44th out of 45, so she's in Worlds next year. Again, I said next year when I meant to say next season. I gotta stop doing that. VNU is won by Kokone. V4 Mariah won by Ko Maria by default, despite finishing 38th. Siu Aisaka wins Specialite, the Silver Star for Specialite, and of course we'll see Mero next season. So that is official. That is official here. As I showcase the final standings for most everyone here. Actually, I'm going to highlight the speaker's name as bold, as she has won the title. Just a moment, and then we'll also do the Gold Star awarding. All right. And there it is. There's your final standings. Kirispica, with 567 points, wins the CorpoCar 5th season championship. Nikki Ray second, 456. Fuyo, 453. And then Chiaki, 414. Ember, 376. Kokone, 366. Amoria, 363. Hanaki, 343. Kanagi Loki, 300. And Suri Solari, 293. And a few drivers below the top 10 will... A couple of names outside of the top 10 will advance to Worlds, so congrats to Kohaku and Mabe. They'll be in the World Series next season. And Siu, Mero, and Ko Maria and Nova Alkami will also go to Worlds. And as for the rest, good luck in either East or West. So we're gonna wrap up by showing the gold star for Spica. This thing is working. I don't know why my touch portal isn't working. I should reset. I should reset the touch portal. And then we'll get to the gold star. I'll just do this manually. And why is rFactor stuck? Right, man. Well, rFactor's stuck, so I'm afraid we won't get the replay recorded. Man, everything is breaking up all of a sudden. And it's not just my Ethernet connection. I'm going to show you this again, and then we'll get to the gold star thingy. I'm going to find the file I need to look for. I'll give you background music. In the meantime, right here, and then, oh no, that's the rear wing thing. All right, there we go. There we go. And then gold star for Kirispica. See V-Dere right there. And saved. And where's that file? We're gonna open this up and save as DDS. Game data, vehicles, this one, and V-Dere. Make sure the settings are correct. DXT5 maps. Okie dokie. All right. All right, let's see if it does work this time. And settings don't want to work, so I have to do this manually again on OBS. And there you have it, the gold star for the new CorpoCar season champion. Maybe a bit hard to see, but I can assure you that gold star is there. Kirispica, a CorpoCar season champion. Congrats to her. I owe her a $5 super chat. or Streamlabs donation, whichever is better. Anyway, that's going to do it. As I check to see how it is here. Yeah. So, we are done here. We're going to show the schedule for the next few streams. And we have Formula Hollow the next 3 Sundays. Round 15 and 16, Austin and Mexico City. That's next Sunday, the 23rd. June 30th, the last day of June, Sao Paulo and Las Vegas. And then the Rainbow Star will be awarded after the last 2 rounds at Qatar and Abu Dhabi. That's the rest of the schedule for the Formula Hollow 2024 World Championship. Be sure to tune into those races. So that's it. That's it here. Hiccups with Touch Portal and Ethernet connection bloopers and stuff. Hopefully I don't run into any issues for the rest of the Formula Hollow streams. Anyway, that's going to do it. Kind of what a season we had here. A lot of fun races. A lot of surprise results. But once we had a CorpoCar season champion who won 2 races, both back-to-back. Very consistent performances in the last 8 rounds, no lower than 11th. Very good job by Spica, and she is your champion. Anyway, I'm going to go have lunch and take a nap, and yeah. Thanks as always for tuning in to this month's races or whatever. Thanks again, as always, for tuning in. Can't wait for more fun in the VTRP with the rest of Formula Hollow. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. See you next weekend for Formula Hollow. My name, as always, is Dag the Pig. Have a great week ahead. And thanks again for watching. Take care, everyone. Congratulations to Kirispica, your CorpoCar Season 5 champion. Bye for now. Otsadag.